From rising drug prices to annual deductibles, the beginning of a new year means dishing more money out of your wallet to pay for prescription drugs. So how do we save money on the medications we need? Consumer advocacy columnist Sean P. Murphy stopped by with some tips. Sean, what is a way that we can save money when we need to buy prescription drugs?
Well, the first question you should ask is whether you're using a generic or a brand name drug.
Okay.
A brand name drug is going to be much more expensive. You can discount that by up to 85% by using a generic. A generic is the same active ingredient as the brand name, but as I say, it's a lot cheaper. You may not be able to get a generic for some of the prescription drugs you are now taking because it's not available. Drug companies have a patent on the drugs that they develop, and during that period that the patent is in effect, nobody else can produce that drug in a generic form. Patents expire, generics become available. Check with your caregiver to make sure that you're taking available generics.
Generics being significantly cheaper than brand names is great, but are they as good, honestly?
Yes, they are. They are. They have the same active ingredient. They may have some inactive ingredients that are a little different that may affect release of the drug. But yes, it's well established that they are as good.
So let's dispel that myth for everyone watching that generics are just as good as these high-priced name brands.
All true. Consumers should also consider whether to get their prescription drugs by mail order.
Oh, why is this?
Because it's cheaper and you get a larger count. Some consumers resist that because they feel like they don't want their critical drugs coming by the postal service.
Right.
And they'd rather have the more secure feeling of dealing face-to-face with a pharmacist.
And the insurance companies, do they cover mail-order
Yes,
delivered drugs the same way that they do?
Many of the big insurers have partnerships with CVS and other providers so that the mail order comes in cooperation with both your insurer and your provider.
What happens if your insurance company refuses to cover a drug, generic or name brand, that you need? What can you do?
You have to fight it. Insurance companies have a process of appeal. It's laborious, but you've got to pursue it. You can get backing from your medical caregiver and make the case that this is what I need. This is the best thing for my health.
What's one last thing as a consumer that we should know?
One other thing that you may consider is you can go to an online pharmacy and order drugs and have them delivered. This is outside of your insurer's mail order. This is on your own. Some of them take insurance, like Amazon Pharmacy. Some of them don't take insurance at all. And they provide only generics as opposed to brand names. In this case, it may actually be cheaper to not use your insurance by going online to get a generic if you have a high deductible plan.
Wait, my mind is blown now, Sean. So I could go online with no insurance and get drugs cheaper than using the insurance?
If you have a high deductible plan, and a lot of younger people do, deductibles up to $1,500, that means you're not going to get the benefit of your insurance until you've paid that amount down. Your drugs may be much cheaper if you simply go online and buy them in the generic form without resort to insurance.
Consumer advocacy columnist Sean P. Murphy, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.